Good morning, YouTube. All right, today we are going to do a tubeless tire repair on a slow leak I had on a tire on my Lincoln. And first thing you want to do is get a suitable jack. You should use a jack stand if you're not to block and brace. And today I don't actually have one there, but I do have my jack on the frame, jacked up, broke the tire loose, got the tire off. And once you get the tire off, you want to look for the source of the leak, which is usually a nail or a screw or something along that line. And I've already found it. If you don't find it, you run water over it with a water hose, just really slightly. But you can see here that the nail, it's actually a screw. And what I did, I took a little screwdriver and I worked that head up so that I could get a grip on it. And then now when I pull it out, there it is, little screw. You can hear that air coming out. So the next thing you do is you get a tubeless tire repair kit, and you can get these Walmart or Tractor Supply or just about anywhere anymore. And I really recommend these that have the T-handles. These little single handles are cheaper, but they're just not, you can't get the leverage. It's really hard on your hands. Then you buy you some of these tubeless tire plugs, and the first thing you do is you take this rasp, and you have to work this rasp into the hole and back and forth to clean the hole and open the hole up. And for that, you want to put on a pair of gloves. Set this phone down for a minute. So you gotta get the gloves on so that you can handle the rasp. And on truck tires, 10-ply and stuff, it's really tough to get it started. A lot of times it helps to air down, so you let the air out of the tire even more if it's not completely flat, and then you work this up and down. And that opens up the hole and cleans the hole with your rasp. Now, just a little tip, do not touch the end of this rasp, the metal portion, when you take it out. It might have steel on it, but it's also always going to be hot from the friction going back and forth. Okay, so the next step is to take the, there we go, take the other T-handle that has the lacer on it. I'm calling it a lacer, I don't know the technical term. And you get one of these plugs, and you thread it through there like a needle. That would be better, a better term would be a needle. Sorry, but the majority of this is two-hand work. So you take your plug and you put it through your lacer or through your needle. Let me do that now. Okay, and if you have trouble getting that started, you might need to use a pair of needle nose or some type of pliers to actually get it started and help pull it through. Then you line it up on the hull. A lot of times I put the gloves back on for this so I don't bruise my hands. You push it in. But not all the way in. You want that in until it's about 3/4 of the way, and then a quick jerk upward leaves the plug in place. Okay, so next step is to air your tire back up. You have to have some means of air in the tire. And then you pour water over it to make sure that you've sealed the leak. So we're going to air the tire up real quick. And during this point, it's not during this part, it's not so important to check your proper tire pressure, but you do need to get stick in there and then double check to make sure that you're sealed. If you're not sealed, some large holes like on ATVs and stuff, you can put 2 plugs in. It's not necessarily recommended, but it's cheaper than buying a new tire. And you add a second plug and get to where it's filling. On a radial tire like this, where I would be putting it on a car, what I would do is, if it won't reseal, is pull it and put a new one in. Now sometimes these plugs are right around in your toolbox and they get a bunch of crap on them and dirt, and they start to lose their stickiness. You can see there's lint and stuff caught on this one. So sometimes it really pays to keep them clean, like these that are still in the package. Nice dark black, still clean. So if I had trouble with one sealing, I would use one out of there. So once you get your air in your tire, take your water, and you can use a water hose if you need to. Sometimes with a lot, that's what you want to do, but it's also pretty easy to see. Just, and you're looking for bubbles. No bubbles like that means that we've sealed up the tire. Now you go ahead and inflate it to your recommended tire pressure and put it back on your vehicle, and you're set. Thanks, YouTube. Hope this helped.